What's the tip of Cape York on a sunny day?
Yeah, it's raining and windy and overcast, but
it's awesome.
Still awesome.
Awesome. I'm just stoked. No, it's awesome. So glad we did this. Probably the best split-second decision I've made in my life. It's pouring and it's getting windier and windier. And we've got reception up here and we just got a severe weather warning for the Cape. So we think we might head back to the car and try and find a camp. Storms every holiday.
We should have called ourselves two overcast travellers. We bring the weather with us. My only question is, why is the Daintree the only spot the rainforest meets the ocean? This looks a lot like it to me.
There are a lot of remnants of previous development that's been abandoned at the tip, and here's one of them. Very rickety old boardwalk. That's probably part of the old resort that closed in 2002 and never reopened.
So there's just a bunch of run-down buildings with, you know, overgrown trees and everything around them.
There's little villas dotted throughout the rainforest here that have all run down as a swimming pool and things. Like, how much do you trust that?
I reckon you can go up that. What's the worst case? You fall a meter. You're not gonna die. You're so scared. I'll walk first if you want.
This would have been an awesome place to stay. Right on the tip near that great beach.
That's why I'm surprised it didn't make money.
Yeah, it actually looks really cool. I guess with the prices they're probably charging and how difficult it is to get out here, it is a real mission.
And people who come out here are campers.
Yeah, old resort's pretty cool. I am surprised that it went bankrupt because it's a beautiful place and I would love to stay here. Oh well, back on our way, find a camp for tonight. So we're following Google Maps once again. And it says the road to our campground is this, despite the campground saying it's caravan accessible. So classic maps at this point. It's a little 4-wheel drive track just through the forest. But I think it will get us there. To the tip of Australia, and it calls for a bit of celebration. Cheers. So never mind the weather, we're still in one of the coolest places in the entirety of Australia, and we're going to cook up a storm. Tonight's dinner is Alfredo pasta with a classic white sauce. Freezing cold, so I cannot wait for a hot dinner. Bacon out, chicken in. Alright, so next in the pan is 2 cups of milk and a stock cube, chicken stock, nice and in there. To make that its typical broth, we will add a decent whack of water as well. Water in. Next up, fettuccine, straight in that milk and broth mixture. Get it down in there nicely so it'll properly cook. And whip the lid on, get a bit more heat in there. And that will cook in there instead of water, so it really saves you boiling another pot and going through all that other hassle. Yum. So pasta's about cooked through, added some cream. Look at that, that's an Alfredo sauce right there. So last but not least, get some parsley, sprinkle it all over, and you're done. Another lot of rain blowing in. What a day to camp on the beach. So it got a bit hectic for either one of us to handle rain-wise. Now we're straight away for a warm night in the tent, right next to the beach. But yeah, I don't think anything can get our spirits down on the Cape. It's pretty amazing. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. Gee, look how high the tide got last night. So this is the beach just next to our campsite. At high tide is very pretty. And apparently a 3.5 metre crocodile hangs out here. I've been to the Bamaga bakery that sells crayfish pie that's supposed to be really good. So I got one here. No sauce on a crayfish pie. No, it's alright. So because we did it, Telegraph track sticker, Cape York 2021, we did it this year. Not any other year. Thanks, buddy. So another cool thing on the tip is a bunch of World War II plane wrecks that have just been left here. And there's a DC-3 and a Beaufort, so we'll go have a look if we can find them in the middle of the forest. Well, this would have been the wing that came across.
That's the cockpit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where they sit.
So these are 2 engines, or would have been engines, with landing gear behind them, I'm pretty sure. So the engines would have stuck on the front, landing gear in there, it would come out. This is upside down. So you can see how this thing would have lifted up landing gear, or lifted down and up. So this is the other plane wreck. The last one was a Beaufort. This one's a DC-3, which is a cargo plane and is in a lot better shape than the last wreck. Really cool. You can still see both engines. Most of the wings missing, but it's alright. And the body's almost completely intact, which is really cool. That's neat.
Nothing.
After our trip to the tip, we're on our way back, and we read somewhere never to get to the Jardine River Ferry at lunchtime. And we thought, oh yeah, it's probably busy, whatever. And it's because the employees take a 1 hour lunch break. So there's like a decent row of cars that are all waiting to cross over lunch. So yeah, don't get to the Jardine River Ferry at lunchtime. But we've waited our hour and now they're back to work. We'll go right across and get on our way down the Cape. Pretty cool though, look at the river. One ferry crossing later and we're back on our way.
We've pulled into Moreton Telegraph Station.
There's a sign.
Yep. But it's almost 5 p.m. and we're a bit worried that reception will be closed and we won't be able to get a spot.
It does look pretty open though.
Yeah,
like
it's not busy.
Very big area. So much grass. This is great.
I haven't been in the hospital for the last 14 days. And just the two of you?
Yep.
So we got camping, but I just noticed the bin bag, which was full. It had like 6 rubbish bags in it.
Yeah, that's got about a week and a half worth of rubbish. That has fallen off and ripped a hole in the bottom as it's dragged along the road and dumped all our rubbish. That's awful.
I feel terrible.
Yeah. I didn't see it at all.
Me either.
And we've driven like 400 k's today. Oh dear. Well, we've got one thing to put in the bin here.
We are now 3 broke travellers. This is Steve. So being at the tip of Cape York does come with its downsides, and one of them is that fuel is expensive. So we're using the jerry cans.
How expensive is fuel on the tip?
The most expensive we saw was $2.05 at Bramwell Station. But they're all around that price, $2, $1.96, something like that was the other one. So with the sub tank, we've got 127 litres to fill. So at $2 a litre, that is $254, which I would prefer not to pay.
You could drink it.
But you couldn't.
Looks better than water. So we're leaving Cape York and haven't even gotten off the peninsula, and I've watched the footage like countless times, and I'm just so stoked at everything we've done and the things we've seen, and like the achievement of getting to the tip. It's just so awesome. So awesome. Come to the Cape. Great fun. way, this decay will challenge the world. The Hendersons will dance and sing as Mr. Kite flies through the ring. Don't be late. Which we just have a walk. So tonight is just a quick free camp on the Laura River. Camped right in the riverbed with the beautiful Laura River flowing right by us. Crocodile infested apparently, but it doesn't really look big enough even for a baby crocodile, so that'll help us sleep at night. But it's pretty secluded and there's plenty of firewood, so given we run out of gas, that's a big plus. And tomorrow we'll be back in civilization.